With WrestleMania right around the corner, the NWA has their own, in a way, maybe WrestleMania coming up, I do believe at the end of March, am I right?
March 31st in Fort Worth at the Wrigley Theater.
Why not talk about that, as, we talked about Parade of Champions before.
Yeah, this the Parade of Champions has a history going back to 1961, believe it or not. The very first Parade of Champions was promoted by Southwest Sports, which is actually the promotion that World Class came out of and morphed into in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
But the very first Parade of Champions, the main event in that Parade of Champions was NWA champion Pat O'Connor against Dory Dixon. And then they went time limit draw for the world title. And you had Danny Hodge in that defending the junior heavyweight title. You had Pepper Gomez and a guy named Hogan Wharton, who I'm not familiar with, who was Texas NWA champion, and they defended their title and against Jet and Sputnik Monroe. And Bull Curry defended his Texas Brass Knucks championship on that event. So, we had all these champions at the Parade of Champions in 1961, and then it wasn't held again until 1972, and in that one, Fritz Von Erich went to a time limit draw against Dory Funk Jr. in the main event. So, and after that, it didn't happen again until that Parade of Champions David Von Erich Memorial in 1984 that we talked about. And
Mm-hmm.
And in the next 5 years, they had one that was promoted by World Class, and it hasn't been done since then. I mean, there's been some other promotions that have used the name and promoted like a special event with the Parade of Champions name, but nothing anywhere close to the kind of caliber event that used to be promoted under that name. And this year, in Fort Worth, on the 31st of March, we are presenting a NWA Parade of Champions, and in that event, we're going to have every NWA major championship defended, and I think it's going to be something that's really special, especially, for wrestling fans anywhere. Actually, the wrestling fans from the Dallas and Fort Worth Metroplex, this should be something really special for them. But I think this is going to be an event that will rival anything that goes on during that week, and the quality of matches and the quality of wrestlers that are going to be competing in that one is going to be out of this world. It's going to be, and I'm looking really, really, really looking forward to it.
Yeah. It's going to be, there's no other way to say it other than it's going to be a great week for wrestling from the 31st until that
this kind of
Monday.
kicks off. There's no other event like this on Thursday, and that's one of the reasons why we chose to do it that day. You've got some other promotions that are doing things on Friday and Saturday, but on Thursday, the people that are getting in town for WrestleMania and they're looking around for something to do, the standards are gonna really be set high for that after they see this one. It's gonna be really something to watch.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's gonna be a great weekend. That the weekend of the 31st, going into WrestleMania weekend, and the NWA is gonna set the bar high.
Yeah, you're not gonna see NWA titles all on the same card like you're going to see on this.
Yeah.
Who knows? That'll never happen again. It's going to be really something to see.
It's better than WWE's Parade of Champions.
Well, I'll be honest with you. My honest opinion, and I'm not just saying this because it's NWA and that's my deal, but I can promise you, if you watch these matches on Thursday, It will be as good or better than most of the things you see on Sunday. That's just that's just a fact.
Well, you heard it here first. Thursday, March 31st, NWA Parade of Champions. It's going to be a
Yeah,
card that you don't want to miss.
yeah. Looking forward to it. It's going to be an exciting week for us.
Yeah, yeah. Um, to close things out, I kind of wanted to ask you for a story because I realized that even though we've talked to each other on and off for a few months now, I did not realize that you actually, I could be wrong, but did you work with Andre in Baba's promotion?
No, I did not. No, no.
Well, did you work with Andre in Japan?
Yeah, but not there. And over here in the States, I worked with him, but I
Huh.
didn't work with him. No, never did work with him over there. He was he was bigger than life. I tell you that.
Yeah. Uh, Off the top of your head, do you have any Andre stories for me?
Well, if you want to talk about beer drinking for a while, I mean, the guy he was a world class beer drinker. I've never seen anything like him. He could drink a couple of cases of beer and a couple of bottles of wine and still function. And I don't know of anybody else I've ever seen that could do that. But he was pretty amazing. He's one of those guys that if he liked you, he was great. If he didn't like you, then you probably just need to avoid him. He's just a tough guy, a very tough guy. I mean, somebody that big, he doesn't have to be too tough just to kill you. But he was a very interesting character.
Oh, yeah. That's what it seems like everybody says that who's
Yeah, yeah,
gotten to
yeah,
know Andre.
yeah. One of a kind. Actually, he was he was very athletic when he was younger. A lot of
I heard
people
the same thing.
the kind of blunt, kind of slow moving big guy that he was later on. But when he was younger, he actually was pretty athletic. He did a lot of things that surprised you. Uh,
Hmm.
he was a guy that understood his size and understood how to use it and got the most out of it.
Yeah,
Just uh, um, one of a one of a lifetime kind of guy, really.
yeah, yeah. Well, I thank you for joining me again, my friend.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, anytime.
Well, you give me some time. I'll think of another feud for us to talk about.
Well, I bet we'll tackle it and see what we can come up with then.
Yeah, yep, yep. Well, you enjoy Parade of Champions, March 31st, Thursday, March 31st in Fort Worth. Am I correct?
That's correct. The Ridgely Theater in Fort Worth. It's an old historic theater in downtown, and it's been renovated. They use it for different events and music and that sort of thing. And this is going to be a special one. I tell you that.
If for any fans who are in that or in this area, the Fort Worth area, or in generally within driving distance of Fort Worth, it's going to be a great way to kick off your WrestleMania weekend because the NWA has a long history in Texas.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So I'll talk to you again soon, and once again enjoy WrestleMania weekend.
Thank you, Michael. Talk to you later, man.
Yep.
All right. Bye bye.